Hi, welcome to the Start Select. Today we're doing Fault 101 when each member will present an idea about games or even just gaming itself that they don't necessarily like, and they'll present it to us and the rest of us will have to vote if we want to pull it into Fault 101, never to be seen again. So to start things off, I'll go first. And what I want to start with is beginner friendly mechanics. Now let me explain a bit about it. The games I play a lot of fighting games, and a lot of them will introduce like a beginner friendly mechanic, like if you keep tapping the square button or whatever controller you're using, it will automatically do a combo for you. Now a lot of games do scale these combos, so they're not going to be as damaging as if you learned combos yourself. But I feel like it's taken away people learning the actual game themselves because they can just bash the pad. And this applies to other games as well. If you guys know any other games, like obviously speak out as well. But I feel like a lot of developers are making the games far too beginner friendly when it's got to the point when it actually ruins the core game a bit. So what do you guys think?
It's more appeals for like your casual gamers. It's like that just want to button bash, enjoy like what's going on. Like Dragon Ball Fighters is like, I love the game. It has like these square auto combos and like these triangle ones. You ain't gonna get much from it. And you should beat these casuals all day if you like a competitive player like me and you, Nathan, mainly.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think that it's important to have this mechanic in just to get new people in, or do you guys agree? Like, I feel like it's just making people not want to learn the game and get good at it. Like, if, for example, say there was something like this in Rocket League, Adam. Say, for instance, there was a mechanic that let people boost jump, like, automatically. You know, like maybe like some sort of aim assist in a way, like maybe not completely boost jump, but do you reckon that would like hurt the game too much?
No, because I think Stephen makes a good point there. Like when you play in, there's two levels of play for games, online games especially. Like you got your casual and beginner, and then you got your competitive. And like I think beginner mechanics shouldn't be able to compete with competitive play. Like Stephen said, like you two in fighting games would shit on most players all day long if they're just doing standard combos, wouldn't you? I think that's a good balance. I don't know any games though where the beginner mechanics are so strong or OP that it would put competitive players off.
I'm gonna have to say, I didn't want to bring this bad boy out here. I feel like the new Pokemon game's doing it, I feel like they're making it too easy to like. Obviously, I know if you level up your Pokemon, it levels up the whole team.
But that's a casual game, though, isn't it?
It is now, but
no, it always has been.
I didn't see it as a casual game.
You could.
What, like EV training?
No, forget that. Like, I'm not even on about that. Like, that is deep stuff. But there was like a certain thing. Like, I would have to go out my way to train up this magic carp or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or a Pokemon that I just found and he's very like behind in terms of levels to my other team. I'll have to go out my way and grind it up. Now, I don't know. I've not played the game, so maybe you can tell us different. But I prefer the old school way of thing. I don't know. Am I missing something?
But you can still play the old school way if you want to, can't you? You could put your Pokemon in the PC, take one guy out, or two Pokemon, and then go train. And the thing is, you can access your PC from the menus anywhere in the game. You don't have to go to a PC. So if you're in the grass in the wild, you could deposit 5 Pokemon, do a battle with one Pokemon, and then as soon as the battle's finished, withdraw your other 5 Pokemon.
Oh, that's so good. That's like super helpful. Glad they put that in. I never thought of it.
And like EV training is still in the game. It's just not done the same way it used to be. You have to fight massive raids. You get certain candies, and you use those candies to power up certain stats in your Pokemon.
See, this is the conversation I was on about last time, and I don't want to go too into it. Just don't like handicapping myself on purpose when the game's kind of like built with this new mechanic in. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so you wouldn't take your Pokemon out?
I mean, I would just follow what the game was intended. That's the way I would like to play it, but I just feel, is it not just like making it too easy? I know it is. This is the thing I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm wrong in saying it because it is bringing new people in, and if they enjoy it, then that's cool. But I just don't know if it's like making it too easy in a way.
I get what you mean. It is a lot easier. Pokemon games have gotten easier over time. Yeah, I would agree with you there. And I think maybe you're right. Maybe it is a step too far, but I still think it's a fun game.
Yeah, I've not played it, but I'm sure it's as good as the other ones. What about Damon and Colin?
I totally agree with you, to be honest. I don't think games need basic mechanics to make the game, more accessible to people, yeah. Like
Do you,
Dark Souls and stuff.
yeah, well,
They
yeah,
don't need it,
Damien, I'm glad you're on this podcast. You played a couple of those Dark Souls or Bloodborne kind of games, don't you?
Yeah, I
I
love
mean,
them.
I don't know if anyone else has. I don't think so. I know I haven't.
have.
But like, okay, you
Yeah.
have. Okay, but let me just ask Damien if you don't mind. Like, what does that game bring? No, I know the difficulty is really high up. Like, does it add a lot to the game?
Yeah, it adds a lot of game because it means you have to time your attacks, you have to think about what you're going to do. There's a lot of skill involved in the game, and I think it makes the game more fun. So if they had easy mechanics in the game, I think that would take away from it.
Yeah, it makes it so you have to go out your way and learn the game. And when you get that,
Yeah.
when you beat that boss or whatever it is you're trying to, like, the one that you keep dying on, when you finally beat it, you get that sense of accomplishment of it, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes you feel good.
What about you, Colin? I know you briefly said something.
I think the goal is what I think you should be able to turn them off. It makes it easier for people to get into games, and I think
That is
necessary.
important. That is important. I don't want to throw that away.
But the option to turn them off should always be there. Like, they shouldn't just be the game.
Right. I think we all had good points there. I'm going to start with you, Colin. Are you saying fault it or keep it?
Keep it.
What about you, Damien? Are you faulting it?
Vaulting.
You, Stephen?
Keep it.
Oh, okay, so we're 2-1. Adam?
Keep it.
Keep it. Damn, okay, so I hope you guys are happy, or you're going to be playing piss easy games for the rest of your night. Joking. Okay, Adam, you're keen to go, so do you want to go next?
So I want to put Nintendo franchises in the vault.
Okay.
What?
That's a big thing, so you'll have to probably suck my dick to follow it, I'll be honest.
well,
But I want to hear this pitch.
so I think Mario is the only overall good Nintendo franchise. The rest of them have produced more bad games than they have good games. And I'd like some of you to throw one or two examples towards me of a franchise that has more good games than it has bad games.
Zelda.
No. So, in my opinion, Zelda only has 2 good games. The rest of them are average or below average, and it
Mario?
is overrated.
Mario?
Yeah,
No,
Mario is the
not
Mario's
good.
the one I'm saying.
Alright.
Okay.
But
I've got
I
another
don't-
Donkey
Finish
Kong
Captain
Country.
Wind Waker. You were.
Donkey Kong Country.
Only the first Donkey Kong Country was good. I think only the first Donkey Kong Country was decent. Have you played the rest of them?
Man, you're so wrong.
You're like, bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metroids, you got the
Metroid.
Metroid is one of the most overrated franchises ever, yo.
Oh my
Metroid,
god.
you've never produced a good Metroid game, I don't think.
Oh my god.
Subpar 2D side scroller.
Are you smoking something? I don't know.
Kick off.
That's sick of weed, man. Put it out before the podcast. Okay, let me have my bit of this, and then I'll pass the mic before we all pitch.
Well, I tell you what. The only other franchise I could think of that had an equal amount of good and negative games was Smash Bros. Like, I think Melee and N64 Smash Bros were good, but Brawl and the new one were bad.
No, I mean they weren't as good, but to say they were a bad game, I think, because the bar's, to me, I think the bar's so high with most of Nintendo's IPs, like Smash Bros, like you just said. Like, I agree that Brawl is my worst one, but in terms of it being a bad game, I don't think
But
it
it's
is.
gone from good to worse.
The Smash series.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Melee because of the competitive side to it, but overall, the latest one is the best one. If you look at all the licenses they got for that one game, I think it's like broke a record now. Like, it's literally got 50 different licenses because they got so many crossovers in that game. But you're right with Smash Bros. That's definitely like one that I would consider to be good. Obviously, Mario games are good. I think Metroid Primes are good. I think there's probably like maybe one bad one, and even that's a bit. It's maybe that's like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
The
one
DS
that was
one?
made by, no, the one that was made by
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory. Yeah, the DS one was pretty good. I thought.
Oh,
The DS one was dense.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my
You could play
god.
multiplayer with one cartridge.
Yeah, what's that? That doesn't make a good game.
Yeah, it does.
What about you, Stephen? What franchises do you think have more good games than bad that we've not spoken about?
Yoshi.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Yoshi. I considered Yoshi better than Mario, and same with Luigi. It's a franchise in it, and I reckon those games fall into that. Like, because I did think Luigi's Mansion and Yoshi's Story and Yoshi's Island, but I felt like they fell under Mario.
Well, Animal Crossing, right? They're Pokemon,
No.
right? In that,
Animal
in that,
Crossing.
I feel like...
Pokemon, no. I would say more. I'm saying more good games than it does bad games. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just my opinion of Pokemon, but I can't. I mean, I know I say that I've not played the latest one, but that's just because I feel like Pokemon's just a game when they just add new Pokemon and kind of do the same game again. But
All right,
know what I mean?
let's right. Name your favorite Pokemon game. Start with you, Colin.
Ruby and Sapphire.
Damien,
Silver and gold.
Nathan,
Mine's Red and Blue. I think.
Steven.
Yeah, man, Red and Blue. I'm not a big fan.
So they're all first 3 gens. There's been what is there 8 gens now?
My second favourite is X and Y.
Yeah, but I still don't think you would say Black and White, Sun and
Black
Moon.
and White sucks.
Yeah,
That's
and
the only bad one.
Gold and Silver's. I don't think Gold and Silver or Ruby and Sapphire are good either. This is my opinion.
yeah.
But you just won't think about it.
Well, let me ask
Got
you.
no more heroes.
Do you not feel like
Well, is that a
It's-
franchise?
it's
on.
not? It's not made by Nintendo though. But like, do you not agree that Nintendo's IPs, all of them, are so good that they could even make a console, like carry its own console? Because let's be honest, like Nintendo, I know the Switch has actually been okay for third-party support, but previous like consoles like GameCube and stuff like that, and the Wii U and the Wii itself, they never really had strong third-party support, if any. Their IP was so good, it managed to keep the console going.
Okay, so what IPs
What
kept the
Nintendo
GameCube
IPs?
going?
Well, Metroid did carry the GameCube. In my eyes, I think that was like the big fan favorite from the GameCube era.
No way.
It did. I
I
don't
would've said Sunshine or
realize
something.
how.
Sunshine,
No, man.
LA.
I honestly, I don't know. Colin will
LA.
think this.
Wind
but
Waker.
Metroid Prime, when it first went to 3D, that was people's Mario 64 moment. Knowing you played
Yeah.
that first Mario 3D Mario game, no one was sure that Metroid Prime would work in a 3D environment, but it did, and it got
I
a lot
remember.
better.
Having to pretend that I enjoyed that game because everyone was raving about it, yeah.
Oh damn! But like, do you not feel like even now people say, like, I was gonna say this about Halo, I won't go too into it, but I want Halo to have to play like Metroidvania, which is a term that a lot of people say because Metroid Prime is so popular. People say Metroidvania because it's slash Metroid and slash Castlevania. It's like its own style of game that games copy nowadays because that Metroid Prime was like so ahead of its time. I think
It's just a 2D platformer.
it's 3D Metroid Prime.
Well, alright, now, yeah, but I mean, going back to the Metroidvania thing, though, isn't that referred to 2D platformers?
Well, you can get 2D games that do it, but also 3D games can be Metroidvania type as well. Like if you get a certain upgrade and then you go back to the first mission, and then because you got that new upgrade, you can enter a certain.
Yeah, like
Dog,
God of War done
something
stuff
like
like
that.
that. And I was like, yeah.
But that's my take on it. I mean, what do you think, Colin?
I think he's trolling us. He has to be.
No, I'm being serious. Sure. It feels good to get it off my chest. As well.
Why?
Therapy.
Why Switch?
Because what? Because
No, I
Alfie
mean-
made me.
I think you're letting on more than you think, Adam. I think you like a couple of them Switch games.
I'm not saying I don't. Like, I like some of the games, but I think generally the franchises produce more bad games than they do good games.
Well, I think we should
I think
take
if-
it to their fault.
Is this because of Paper
Hey,
Mario?
take it to a fault.
Yeah.
Stephen, what do you think? Are we
Uh,
faulting it or are we keeping it? If you fault it, it means we throw it into the vault and shut the door forever. You will never see another Nintendo game again. Think about that.
Franchise.
Oh, no, keep it.
Keep it. What about you, David? Do you like the Nintendo IPs?
Yeah.
What about you, Colin?
Yeah, keep him.
I'm definitely saying like keep them, man. I could not live in a gaming world, without Nintendo's IPs. But let's go to Stephen. What do you think? What are you suggesting to the table?
My suggestion is for the EA with the sports games on the Ultimate Team mode. The mode in the game where is if you want the best player, it's like a pay to win. kind of like mode, which annoys the hell out of me anyway.
It's like it's like cards, isn't it? Like boost. It's like you're getting cards, trump cards, sort of things, and each player is worth more.
You can like grind to get these coins to buy players with the packs, and it's like loot boxes, and you're not guaranteed that player. Or you can grind and keep the coins to buy a player you want, but it's going to be like 1 million, 2 million coins. People can just go to the mummy and daddy and go, can I just put £50 in the game and get these packs? Unfair like advantages online with all the games.
Yeah, it's basically pay to win, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just really hate it. And there's like competitive modes on there that I used to like playing, but I couldn't compete with that, like a donkey team.
Well, my argument to that, Stephen, would be you're not thinking about the indie company EA. They need that to survive those micro transitions of booster packs. No, of course, I hate it.
It's a full price game, £50-60, whatever it is. And like, them packs are expensive as hell. It's like I made over £100 billion or something over it.
No, yeah, honestly, I don't know if you guys know, but they actually make more money off these like football cards than they actually do selling the games. So like every year it'll reset. Every card you collected for that year,
I was going to get onto that then. When it resets, you grind it. Yeah, like you could grind, get all the best teams, maybe in like half a year.
Yeah.
If you grind it that way, but then the rest of the half year, it will end up resetting once a new game comes out.
That's really bad.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I've not bought like FIFA this year.
I mean, I think this is quite easy one for me, and I don't want to jump the gun. If other people want to like explain their reasons, then please go for it. But I'm just gonna say I'm vaulting this straight away.
Vault it.
What do you think, Colin? Are you vaulting it?
Yeah, vault that shit.
Damien, are you vaulting this?
Yeah, I'm gonna
micro
vault
transitions?
it.
What
Yeah.
about you, Adam?
Yeah, vault it.
Yeah, I think that was. I don't think we can really argue against that.
Unanimous.
Damon, I'm gonna go to you. Anything you want to present to us?
God of War. I dislike that game. It doesn't feel like God of War.
Okay, but you want about the new ones, the Dad of War sort of one?
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
David, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. You pitch this because, like I said, you're gonna need to convince me so hard. So you sell it to me. Why should we vault this game?
Well, I think anyway, like it's taken away what God of War was in the past. It was a hack and slash game where you had loads of different good boss fights, epic fight scenes. I just feel like this new God of War just takes away from that, and it's all more story based. And even Kratos, I don't know, I don't feel like Kratos is really a main character. It should be the kid. It should be a totally new IP without Kratos.
Does anyone want to kick off first?
Vaulting God of War, the new one. The way it is at the minute, I would agree with you, Damien.
Yeah.
I'd agree with you on this. I think he's right. The story, I don't think was that good, and the gameplay wasn't enough to keep me interested. I didn't even complete it.
Do you like games, Adam?
What have you guys been smoking, yo?
Do you enjoy games?
I'm sorry.
Can we all holster our guns, yo? Too many shots are getting fired today, man.
The casual gamers are coming out in force here, plus I thought I was allowed to have an opinion on something, do you know what I mean?
Okay, Colin, since you're eager to jump out, you tell us why it should or shouldn't be vaulted.
I don't think it should, because they've actually tried to bring God of War into this generation rather than sticking to what it was on the PS2 and PS3.
Yeah.
By making a linear, dead-ass game, yo.
They're always linear.
Doesn't matter. I thought they were bringing it into the next generation.
The next generation doesn't necessarily mean open world.
Everything's online.
It's not Halo Infinite, yo.
I'm just saying,
out.
there was nothing like spectacular about this game, was there?
Yeah, play it.
Stephen, I can hear you like screaming in the back there. Tell us, get him, Stephen.
You know what? The one thing I can agree with Damien, like it could have been like introduced as a new IP. It didn't even have to be Kratos. I can see that. Well, they already had God of War, and knew it needed to change from its old ways. Because I thought it was like directly competing with like your Devil May Cry's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was a good way to differentiate from that game. And I thought the storytelling was amazing. The combat weren't fast or anything, but I don't know. It actually felt like I was hitting something though.
It was a lot
Instead of
slower,
using the
but a lot
change
heavier.
whipping people with the axe and stuff like that, it felt like I felt every shot
Yeah.
and stuff.
Mm.
And, I thought the story time was amazing in the game.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Damien. You did
Yeah.
do well with that pitch. I will give it you. I thought you had no chance in hell, but you did quite well
Okay.
actually. I was ready to crucify you, but
Yeah, that's good.
I
to know.
do agree with a lot of things you said. Actually, it could
Yeah.
have been a brand new IP, but and I love God of War 1 to 3 as well. I think them games are really, really good, like really good. But I think this God of War, whatever you want to call it, I think it works. The story's really good, but I feel like the story works really well because he was like a crazy bastard in the first three. Like he's a lot more calmer in this one. It kind of because it's such a big change in character personality because of this boy. It kind of makes you think. It kind of makes you like the story is in like, oh my god, Kratos has gone so like soft now with this like kid. I feel like that's kind of half the story because obviously, like you said, the kid is like the main character in a way. You don't really control him at all, but he's kind of like the main character in a way. In terms of the story, that's how I felt. I'm going to kick it off, guys. I'm going to say I can't fault God of War. No way. Like I think definitely agree that you can like the old ones better than the new one, and I think that's a fair point to be honest. And I didn't give it enough credit, but I do love the new one as well. I even love the new one better. So I'm gonna say no. I can't fault God of War. Adam?
Well,
Oh, god damn. And Stephen?
I'm going to keep it on the basis because I weren't a big fan of the old ones because I had like Devil May Cry to go to and that was my favourite.
Yeah,
And this new one changed it up so much. I'll keep it for that reason.
it definitely did. Colin, what about you?
Keep it.
You did sell it really well.
It's that new
No.
IP thing that got it for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? Colin, I'm gonna go to you now. You're the last one. You want to present your idea
Yeah.
to the team?
The first thing that I want to put in the vote is Konami. Because what they did with like Hideo Kojima, and then for the past, I don't know, 5 years, well, since Metal Gear 5 really, they've not had a good
They
game.
don't make games anymore.
And they've ruined Metal Gear with that Metal Gear Survive. They haven't had a good Silent Hill since Silent Hill 3. They're just bad at what they do.
But you'll have to live in a world without Bomberman. Is it worth that sacrifice?
What about
Because of
Yu-Gi-Oh?
some guy you don't know. Hideo Kojima,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
do you know that guy?
Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
We're
yeah.
on all that.
That robbed us when we were teenagers.
He did rob us blind.
If we didn't spend all that money, we'd be millionaires now.
Selling our dinner tickets.
Yeah.
Car crash money as well, yeah. $2,000 on cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Konami, fuck 'em.
I mean, I'm gonna just say, I know what you mean. I agree, and they don't make games anymore. But can I live in a world when there's absolutely zero chance of ever getting another Metal Gear Solid game ever again? I don't think I'm ready just to like fault it like that, you know.
Well, Sony buys them.
I know it's not going to be made by Hideo Kojima. It'll just be a Konami version, and I know we had that really bad online Metal Gear game. But
Online?
you never, yeah, is it Metal Gear Survival or something like that?
The zombie one.
The zombie one, yeah.
Yeah, but
I know
you don't
that
have
was
to buy your own save.
Is it finished?
Because Konami are the only people that have the Metal Gear Solid license. So if there was ever a possibility of another Metal Gear Solid game, it's got to be through them. And if they didn't exist anymore, then I will never
Would
get
you
my
want
favorite
a Metal Gear
franchise.
game?
I think they can definitely do it. I mean, I know it's not got Hideo Kojima like involved, but I feel like he's kind of done most of the work anyway. All they have to do is just kind of copy his, like, following his footsteps and just kind of crack on with it. I don't think he will like bring new ideas like Hideo Kojima does, but not all of Hideo Kojima's ideas are good, yo. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to be harsh, yo. I love Metal Gear Solid, but I hate Konami. So I'm gonna fault it. Damien, what do you think on Konami? Should we fault it or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow it as well.
Do you have anything to say in it, or you just straight up hate it?
I don't straight up hate it, but yeah, like Colin said, I think they ruined the Metal Gear Solid series, and I don't think it's ever going to come back, or they can save it in any way.
But can you live in a world without Bomberman?
I
When I think
can
of Bomberman, I
confirm,
think
you
of
know,
like the 360 days when we all had Bomberman. Steven, what do you think on this situation?
That's just Yu-Gi-Oh! What stands out at the minute for me, like growing up on it. It's like part of our childhood, isn't it?
Is there any like good Yu-Gi-Oh games?
Nah, not because obviously we're all growing older now. We're not asked about card games and stuff like that. I'll probably keep it like for like nostalgia wise, and like your Metal
Okay.
Gears and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
also
so-
Silent Hill, isn't there, as well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
and
you'll
they
be
killed
shutting the
that
door
one.
to them.
Yeah.
Adam, it's literally on you now. What you say, it will stay or fault. So what do you feel in
Well,
this situation?
There's one game that I can't fault, and it's because it had too much of an impact on my childhood, and that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES. Konami made, so I
The
can't.
thing
fault.
is, we're not voting the games, we're voting the company.
Yeah, but you
no,
gotta
but
remember,
but Nathan
fault
said
that
when I
company.
did Nintendo, the games go as well.
You said
Yeah,
Nintendo
everything.
games.
I should have just said EA.
Well, if we're not voting
Well-
games, yeah, fuck Konami, they're not bringing anything new out. Yeah, vote it. But if we're voting games as well, then no, I can't vote it.
Yeah, like basically, it's just if you go into more detail, then it would be like that. You're just being specifically about something. But if you say like Konami in general, then you still have to think about the fact that you're not going to get all these IPs that they used to make for games for. But sorry, Adam, did you say you were faulting or keeping it?
Keeping it.
Oh, so Konami
Go.
stays? It stays, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Or did it get faulted? Who I faulted to fault it?
No, it was 3v2. You, Damien, and Colin voted to
Right.
fault it, didn't you? Oh no, you voted to
Okay.
keep it, Nathan.
No, I faulted it.
And you, Damien?
I vaulted up.
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
faulted.
sorry. Yeah. So there we go, that's faulted. So it's back round to me now. I feel like this is a bit of a weak one. And I'm gonna go with, because I've never played a game, I don't think. If you guys can convince me otherwise, but I don't feel like I played a game that has good water mechanics. And when I say that, I mean when you're swimming. I don't think swimming works in games. Can't think of a game when I've got to go to a point when I've got to swim, dive underwater, whatever it is they ask you to do. I can't think of any point that I've actually enjoyed it. I mean, can you guys think otherwise?
Enjoyed and chat swimming.
I was thinking Uncharted, but I didn't enjoy it in that either. Like, I thought it was just like you press circle to dive, you press X to go to the surface, but I don't feel like it was fun. Do you guys feel like there's any been sort of any kind of swimming mechanics in any games you've played that you've actually enjoyed?
I can think of two. I think the old Mario games did swimming levels quite fun, but then Sunshine had quite a bit of swimming in, and I
Did
thought
it?
that was
I
good.
don't remember it. Oh,
Well,
of course it did. Yeah.
The other one was I don't know why I thought this, but that Far Cry that we used to play, local play, and you used to get the power up, the beast mode. And that was fun, yeah. But no, I think on the whole you're probably right. Yeah.
What do you think, Stephen? Did you say?
I think there is a game out there. But,
I feel like there is, but I was thinking quite a bit, and I'm just like,
it's like
No.
Uncharted. I thought it was good.
well,
like-
did you think it was good, or did you think it was alright?
It's alright, but what can you do swimming underwater anyway?
That's what I'm saying. I just don't
It's
feel like
like,
anyone's
almost-
cracked it, or I don't think
Um,
anyone's done it well.
Maybe that shark game.
Maybe, but I can't think of it.
I just think more swimming
There's a reason we're struggling.
needs to be. I think that's all swimming is. It's
Uh,
nothing that you go and base a whole game on.
Yeah,
Echo the
I mean-
Dolphin.
I'd never really played it, so was that something I've missed?
It's
It
not
was a
a Sega
weird
game.
game.
Like if I play Echo the Dolphin now, would I be like, damn, this is why
No.
this is a good swimming mechanic?
I'd
No.
probably say play at Man-Eater, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Colin, what do you think of the situation? Do you think that game, that Echo the Dolphin, is good enough for you to keep swimming mechanics?
No. I don't think
They don't chat shit to me.
there's a reason we're all struggling. It's because swimming in games almost always sucks.
I mean, Damien, can you think of anything
Not really. I did play Subnautica, but I don't know. It's more of a simulation game. It was quite fun to play, and water levels are usually the worst levels in computer
honestly.
games. Like really hard to do and stuff.
Do you want to kick off? Should we fault water mechanics or should we keep it?
Vault.
Enemies, yeah. Stephen?
I'm going to say keep it because I definitely think there's going to be a game that we're not thinking of at the minute. That's
I
actually pretty
think
good
it's
in
just
water.
because of Halo, but okay. Adam, what do you think? Adam, what do you think? Do you feel like we should fault swimming mechanics?
Yeah, I have to agree. Vault. Any game I can think of where I get put in the water far away from the side, I'm just like, ugh, I've got to get over there. So yeah, you're right. Vault it.
Colin, I think I know your answer, but are we faulting it or keeping it?
We're vaulting it. Stephen might think of one game, but
Right.
it's almost universally bad to be in the water.
Okay, well, goodbye water mechanics, and hopefully I don't see them again. Let's go to Adam, your second choice.
So I'll vault professional games journalists. So I think like we hear allegations of them cozying up to like big gaming companies and stuff, and I think that is true. But they have destroyed the review scale, I think, in my mind, where any game that's an 8.5 or even a 9 or under is worth playing.
Doesn't cut the mustard.
It doesn't cut the mustard. Like they've knackered it. Like, what's that about? So, and a lot of games will do a 9 out of 10, and some of them will do 9.2 out of 10. So you've basically got, and they won't ever go up to 9.9. Do you know what I mean? I think the highest they'll probably go to is like 9.6 or 7, maybe 8. But that means you got this tiny little window. If I see a game that's got 9.1 in IGN, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, you know. We're talking about 9.1 out of 10, 91%. If any got us 91% on the exam, you'd be buzzing your tits off, yo.
Yeah.
You got 70%, you'd be buzzing. And I think that's their fault. Like, Edge, I think, good. Edge was fair. A 3 in Edge was a good game.
If you don't mind, can I go first? Unless is there more you want to add to it? Sorry, I don't.
Well, I was just going to say, I don't think it's all of them. And I think YouTubers are doing a better job now, but they're still following on from professional journalists. I'm talking about magazine journalists, do you know what I mean? Website journalists. Like, I think YouTubers have started off in a bad place because they're following on from them. But I think they are starting to correct.
I do agree with the 1 to 10 scale these days being a 9 out of 10 is actually an 8 out of 10. If you know what I mean. Like, you have to like deduct it by 1 in some like places. The one that I follow is Easy Allies, which used to be the game trailers. I don't know if you would consider them as like, they are on YouTube and they are supported like Patreon and stuff like that, but they do have like their own like magazines and stuff like that, so I don't know where they would stand on that, on one side or the other. I mean, I watch a lot of their podcasts and I know a lot of the people through like watching, because they've all got the different shows or whatever, and I feel like they are quite honest, and they were one of the people that praised Last of Us Part 2, but I feel like it was genuine. Do you know what I mean? I know they gave it 9.5, which is really high, like really, really high. But I feel like because I've watched their show so much, and I feel like I know the way they talk about certain games, I kind of know what they like and don't like in a certain bit. You know, like if you watch a YouTuber, you'll kind of get what that YouTuber knows. I feel like that was quite honest. I feel like YouTubers are different in terms of they won't rate it as high like IGN, but I feel like my problem is it's just IGN really. I think most other companies are okay. I know.
I don't know.
GameSpot,
I think official magazine companies are terrible. They just you wouldn't even bother reading them, would you? Because you're just going to be like... But if it's like on Metacritic, if you see official Nintendo, and they're reviewing a Mario game, you're going to be like, what? I'm not going to read that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I didn't think of that. Yeah, if official Nintendo magazine, they will never give a Nintendo game a bad score, sort of thing. I watch a YouTuber, it's a Nintendo channel as well. Exactly. They're just the same. They gave Paper Mario like a 10 out of 10 or something. But I don't think they really feel like it was because the review was so negative.
What do you guys think? What do you think, Damien?
I do think there is corruption in reviews and stuff like that, but some of the later reviews recently I do agree with, like Last of Us as well. Like, I don't think that game changed enough to actually get a good score. Like, I think that score was...
Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it. but like from what I've seen in gameplay and from what people have said,
Right.
there's like 2 new clickers and
Can I
maybe a
stop
dock as a new mechanic, but that's it. Yeah.
Can I stop you?
Yeah, go on.
You just tried to put God of War in, and that changed shitloads.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it changed the way you wanted it to, or that you
Yeah.
liked. You can have an opinion on 2 different things. They're different games, to be fair.
He's saying Last of Us 2 hasn't changed enough.
Yeah, Last of Us 2 hasn't changed enough, and yeah, I do like games changing and changing their gameplay. But God of War did it in a terrible way, but Resident Evil 4 did it in a brilliant way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What do you think, Colin, about games journalists then?
I think it's more the scores. I think scores are fucking stupid.
It's a big issue. Well, you don't like them anyway, do you?
No, I've had this out in the past with you. I've got very strong opinions on game scores. I think they're stupid. And yeah, games reviewers, professional ones, can get involved because half of them are corrupt. And yeah, places like IGN, it's like they've got 100 reviewers. You're just taking it as IGN rather than that individual person.
And Stephen, you said before you wouldn't watch a review if you knew you were going to get the game.
Yeah, they are definitely most corrupt. I just see like most of them want to get on like a banner or a billboard, saying, oh, IGN's gave it like 5 stars, this gave it 5 stars. Like the critics scores and all. The score thing's stupid. I just think they should just do a list of pros and cons so you can judge for yourself what you like and what you don't like without the score.
I think we're ready to take it to a vote. Not the full default. What do you think on it, Stephen?
I'd vote it.
What about you, Damien?
Vote it.
Colin?
Vote it.
I'm gonna not vote it because I feel like YouTubers are getting away with murder as well now. But I'm outvoted, I guess. So down it goes.
Boom.
Get down the vote. Stephen, do you want to present your pitch?
It's crunch time. It is basically about crunching the video game industry. People working mad hours, like 100-hour weeks, stuff like that, 14-hour days, just to get the game ready on time. It's just making the staff ill, the mental health ain't great and stuff like that. I've read stories that people's died of it.
Yeah, it can cause serious depression as well. It's just not good in any way. I mean, I think some good examples of that would be Last of Us Part 2. And Red Dead 2 was also accused of it. They're 2 of the biggest games I know.
Cyberpunk is at the minute as well.
Mm.
Oh, right.
I already admitted it.
I'm not seeing that yet, but I can definitely believe it.
Mortal Kombat 11, like they said, people were sleeping in their offices at night. It sounds ridiculous.
Colin, do you want to kick off first?
Yeah, fuck him. Crunch him till the death.
Crunch them back.
Till the death.
No, I'm joking. I agree with you. I don't mind waiting for a game.
Okay, but do you though?
What? I don't mind waiting at all.
Serious. I am playing a bit of devil's advocate here, but do you though? Like, it is easy saying delay the game, it's no problem. Realistically, though, does it not affect the game?
No.
I mean, to me and you, I think, because we know what's happening and we know it is wrong in a way. Well, it's just wrong, to be honest. It's not right. Nothing's good about it. But do you not think it does affect sales if a game gets delayed, or if a game, comes out a lot later than they actually said it would, or maybe if it's just like DLC? You know what I mean? Anything.
No, I think if people want the game, they'll still buy it, like regardless of when it's out. Like people are willing to wait.
But if I said to you, Halo was getting delayed, do you not think a lot of PlayStation fanboys would go like, oh, it'll blow up? You know what I mean? It would blow up,
right.
And it would affect the sales of Microsoft.
No, well, Cyberpunk has been delayed till November, and I don't think it's going to affect the sales of that at all. If anything, it's going to help it.
How many times did Last of Us get delayed?
Yeah,
twice.
Them Xbox boys weren't laughing when it came out, did they?
I mean, I'll be honest, I was just trying to make an argument. I agree with you, Colin. I'm very, very happy waiting for a game. Honestly, I'll wait until the game's ready. I kind of want to enforce it. I'm just gonna say it now. I think this is quite an easy one for me. I think I'm happy waiting for a game if it means people aren't getting depressed or getting seriously ill. I kind of wish they reinforced it that crunch time wasn't a thing, but I don't think we'll see that anytime soon.
Definitely need like new laws and stuff to protect. Like,
Yeah, I mean, so that's me. I'm faulting.
You guys saying that the mental health and stuff, and obviously that's a thing. Well, let's get serious here. It affects the quality of the games, and that's what matters. They're producing. I think the games are probably going to be missing things or more glitchy or buggy when they've been rushed to development. And I think if they just took the time with it.
Yeah, the Mass Effect Andromeda was one of them.
Yeah. There's loads of games you can think of. But if they didn't give a release date, if they just dropped a trailer, and I reckon once they've dropped a gameplay trailer, that I say 3 months from there would be a reasonable thing. Instead of being like, this is out 2021 Q3, when it's, you're just like, right, so you guys have got 9 months to work like dogs. And if you missed it, it's still coming out, bitch.
But this is the point I was trying to make before. I mean, like I said, I definitely agree with what you guys are saying, but like going to the other side of the argument is, like, look at Fable 3. Like, it didn't get any kind of announcement, and how many people, God knows when that game's coming out, lol, sort of thing. Like, do you not think that like it does affect people's opinions on certain things? Like, if they said Fable's coming out end of next year, people would be like, oh, okay, not that long, in terms of waiting for a game. But because it got nothing, it's literally like, oh, well, we're not going to see that game for 10 years, sort of thing. Do you not think that like that would affect it at all?
I think it has done with certain games when it's extreme, and it's like 4 or 5 years or 6, like longer,
Do you know what a good one is for that? Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
But I think that's
Damien, you know what? You do bring some good stuff to the table. I'm so sorry to cut you off, Adam. I know I keep doing it. I'm sorry. But Damien, you do bring up a really, really good point. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 got delayed so much. It got delayed to the point when it came out, it was outdated, I felt. I don't know if you felt that, Damien, but it felt like it was a good PS2 game. But so would you say overall that like delaying the game to a certain point is like kind of like affecting the game?
Yeah, because obviously, like, they take so long to make these games. I don't know, maybe it's like people lose interest or...
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think... I mean, what do you feel about the crunch that we're saying about making developers work extra time, not to the point where it's making them kind of ill in a way? I mean, I'm sure you don't want that, but are you trying to say that it's like there is a certain limit, though?
Yeah, there's a certain limit to it, but at the same time, they shouldn't push people to, rush these things, because they do need time. Like, games are quite complex, so like they do need time to make and stuff. But at the same time, don't take the piss, like going years and years without releasing the game, kind of thing, because we'll just forget about it, innit? I don't know. Yeah.
So if I had to ask you, I said I'm faulting it, of course. Colin said he's faulting it. Would you say you're faulting crunch time? Cause
I'm faulting
it.
Yeah.
And Adam, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to you.
Yeah.
You faulted it too. I mean, that's a clean sweep. I think that was another good one to have there, Stephen. I think it was Damien next. Damien, do you want to pitch your idea to us? Your second and last.
Obviously, like, I'm a big, massive Sony fan, but I do prefer the Xbox pads. Like, I think they're better design and they're not as awkward as the PS4 pad. And PS4 pads seem to break down dead easily and drift, with the analogs. Like, I've gone through like 4 PS4 pads now.
No, I mean, I know my PlayStation 4 pad. I don't know, the drift is bad, but I don't know if that was just me not looking after it enough. Maybe it wasn't, but I know for a damn fact that the PS4 pads, this battery life is atrocious, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then again, it doesn't take batteries, so. Colin, how do you feel? Because I remember last time you were defending the batteries.
So you're putting PS4 pads in?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it should have a removable battery, because the battery in it sucks. It lasts maybe 3 hours now, mine.
Yeah, mine needs the wire.
Yeah, I think if it had like a removable battery, I know you think it's stupid to have that. Yeah, I'll put them in a vault just for the battery. probably my favourite part of it is the touchpad. I love that massive button. I love
Yeah, I
that.
do like the touchpad actually. Yeah.
Because I've
it's-
started using it as a keyboard now as well, because it makes it so much faster.
Oh, you actually use that
Nasty, you
function.
know.
Is
Yeah,
it?
The
Ian,
old-
what do you guys think? Is it good?
No.
I
no,
love it.
I thought so.
No.
Well, with typing.
Yeah, you just move your finger.
Yeah. No, I do
over where
like
you
it, but at the
touch
same
screen.
time, I think I have to use my left hand,
Yeah.
to move it about, and then obviously use my right hand to tap it,
Press
kind of
X.
thing. And
Yeah.
it just feels awkward. I don't know. Like I prefer using my right hand to do the touchpad thing, but then obviously I have to press X, to enter it, and it just feels dead slow. But I do like it at the same time.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like that kind of like I'm looking at my laptop now and I've got the touchpad sort of thing. I couldn't imagine like the alphabet being on my screen and then I'm tapping each letter to type in. Do you know what I mean? It just I've never actually used it, so I can't say I like it or not. But I can't say I like the idea of it. Adam,
I love the PlayStation Pad. I think it's probably one of the best design pads ever, especially the PS4 pad. I think you might agree with this, I don't know, but like it's a shame that Ghost of Tsushima is one of the only games that I can think of which has a really quirky function for the actual touch sensitive part of the black button, the big black one.
yeah,
I've never had any issues really with drifting or short battery life. My pads last for hours, absolutely fine. Charge it once overnight and it'll last 2, maybe 3 days.
Wow.
So yeah, I love the PS. No way, no way would have bought a PS4 pad, Joe. No, that
Hey,
D-pad is incredible.
if you
What
don't
do you think
ask,
of
you don't know.
Not like think of first
Absolutely.
person shooters though.
I agree.
Like it slows
The
you down.
D-pad and the analog needs to
Yeah.
change.
No, so you think that analog should be where the Xbox One is?
Yeah, because you use it
How
more
does
than
it slow you down?
Yeah, it's closer to me on the PlayStation pad, so I feel like because it's closer, it's better for me.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen, what do you
It's
think
perfect.
about the PlayStation 4 pad? I know you've
Well-
had some issues before, but
Yeah, I've had like some drifting issues and stuff like that. I've had mine for a while. Not noticed anything with a battery thing, but I don't have to take AA batteries, right? And if it's dead or something, I can just plug the wire in. I've got a long cable, and it should be like you're playing back in like your GameCube, PS2 days with the wiring.
it's basically
That's
a
it.
wired pad. Isn't it?
Yeah, and like Adam said with Ghost of Tsushima now, like has that little feature with the touchpad. I think this is the only game where I used the touchpad so much in a game before.
And it works so well.
Yeah, because like like the gust of wind it calls, I don't have to press pause every time to open up the map, close it, to know where I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to start off. I'm going to say I'm going to keep the pad because personally I think it is the best pad we've ever had, if I'm being honest. I do like the Xbox pad. Again, the PlayStation, it's got so many functions that you don't necessarily use that much, or if at all, in some games. But like you said, like Ghost of Tsushima, it's like you got that little touchpad in it, and that maybe that one game, it does work really well. It worked really well with Metal Gear Solid 5 as well. I remember the touchpad being really well done in that. It's the same with the PlayStation 5 pad. I feel like it's got so many features that isn't really going to apply to every game, but it's there if you need it. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like Sony are really good for this kind of thing. So I'm gonna have to keep the pad on, if I'm being honest. Colin, are you faulting the pad or are you keeping it?
Yeah, vault it. Give me an Xbox pad.
I give you back a bit as well. I do.
Keep it.
Stephen.
If you came up with a different controller like the N64 pad, then but keep the PS4 pad.
It was made for someone with 3 arms. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, thank God for that. The PlayStation is not getting faulted. It's staying alive. Colin, is it you next? It is you next, isn't
I
it?
think so.
What's your second and last?
This one is probably going to hurt some people. Sonic the Hedgehog fans.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I was going to say this
So
before as well.
basically, you basically told Stephen to get the fuck out of the gym.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Right, okay, Colin, I put my bib on. Like you're gonna have to pitch like you've never pitched before, yo. Because I like Stephen. He's not. He pisses me off.
You need
I'm
something
like,
here, Colin, man. I'm sweating here.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
No, but joke aside, go on. Tell us what you feel.
So, since Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic's had one good game, and that was Sonic Mania. Everything else as being garbage, but Sonic fans eat it up. They know it's garbage, and they're like, oh no, the next one's going to be good, but they go back to it and it's garbage, and they're like, oh, it's good. This one's quite good. Sonic's back, guys.
Oh, man. Do you know what I think's funny about this? Is he's not faulting Sonic games. He's faulting Sonic fans.
He's faulting me, you know.
Like, come on, man.
I'm not in next week's podcast, man. I'm in a vault.
Yeah, man. But,
They're like,
sorry.
they're like an abused girlfriend, always going back to the bad ex that they know they shouldn't. They know it's bad for them. They keep doing it, and like every time they're like, "Oh, Sonic's coming back this time, guys. He's got a genie now."
Okay, you seem to have the. What would you say to a Sonic fan right now?
I'm feeling assaulted, man.
Give you ready. That's what I'd say. Wake up.
I mean, Stephen, I think I'm going to have to go to you first because I might not see you after this conversation. So, how do you feel on Sonic fans? I don't know what to say. Are we voting it or what?
We're definitely keeping it, man.
No, but to be fair to Colin, I get what he's saying. Like, there's so many bad, disappointing games. Even me and you discuss it a great amount of times.
Yeah.
And we do keep going back, and I think he has got a good point against that. I mean, you've been burnt by
Sonic and Knuckles. Like, I get it, we've got some awful games like Sonic Boom, like parts of Sonic Unleashed. But like, you had like Sonic Colors, that was a good game. Sonic and the Secret Rings, Generations.
I mean, I think that's the difference between, because I would consider myself as a Sonic fan, and obviously nowhere near as big as you, Steven, but we used to play quote-unquote bad Sonic games together, and we did enjoy them. They're not, in my eyes, they're not as good as the old classics, but I do like them and I did enjoy them, and, that's what a game is for. I don't know, I don't know if I can't even remember you playing a Sonic game, I'll be honest. I don't know what your opinion is on this.
Well, I love me some Chows, I really enjoyed that Chao Garden.
Oh, yeah. I can't say Chow. Yeah, that Chao Garden.
And Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was a fun game, but there's no other Sonic game that I enjoy or like at all. I think it's overrated in this shit.
Oh shit.
That's it. That's good.
You didn't even like the Sonic movie either, did you?
No.
Yeah,
That's I had to stay awake for that. Yeah, shit.
Oh man, but what do you think in terms of the fan base? Like, bringing out so many bad games, and it is fair to Colin's point. Like, even Sonic fans say this game is bad, this game is bad,
and they still eat it up.
That analogy was perfect, yo. How can you say it any better, yo? You got Sega there going, get in now. They're going back again, yo.
Here's my money.
I know, but
They get paid down, but they enjoy it.
at the same time, I think you might deserve this, Stephen. Because you could probably say the same about Halo, and I think that's unfair.
What do you mean? I don't dislike Halo.
No, I'm just joking with the Halo thing.
Better comments on that one.
But I mean, like, we can only hope for like a good Sonic game, like you were saying. Like, you can hope for like a new good Metal Gear Solid game after Survive.
Yeah, and you can always hope that the next time he hits you will be the last time, but it's not, is it?
It just gets harder every time. But I can take the pain. It's like it's coming. Next gen round the corner.
We've got a history. We've been together a long time.
It's like because I've been brought up on it and everything in it. That's why it's one of my favorites.
Damien, I know you played a lot. I don't know if you played much of the latest ones, but I know you used to play the old school ones. I mean, what do you think on this, Damien?
To be honest, I really liked the original Sonics, but I think the 3D Sonics killed the whole franchise for me.
Yeah,
I think they're all terrible. I don't know. And the latest
Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, yo.
But no, I would fault it anyway. I don't think it's any good anymore.
Not the games I'm getting at, it's the fans.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So. But no, you're right in what you're saying. You're almost there. So, what you're saying is fair. but the Sonic fans keep going back to the game. I mean, do you think that's stupid of them?
No, not really. I don't think it's stupid. Because if you like a game, you like a game, and you'll follow it to the end, wouldn't you?
So can I come to you and say it's safe? Are you saying save this?
Yeah, save it then.
Yeah. Stephen, are you? It's weird asking you. Are you voting yourself?
No, keep it, man.
Adam, I'm gonna come to you.
Yeah, if they're in denial, you'll vote them.
He's hurting you to help you.
Box, yeah.
Oh man, no, I gotta save it because I think the Sonic community is like a good community, man. Like you gotta admit, like they've been through so much shit, but they still
come back.
Okay,
And
but if it wasn't for
broken
let me
bones,
give
I've got
you something,
fucking
Colin. If they didn't keep going on about Sonic the way they did, we wouldn't have got Sonic Mania. Sorry, I can't believe.
I would be fine with that.
But Sonic Mania is one of my favourite, if not the best Sonic game, and when the Sonic game is good, it's one of the best games going, I think.
What? It was like 20 years since the last good Sonic game? So one good game every 20 years?
To you.
No,
I mean, I enjoy the Sonic Adventures.
A new good Sonic game is coming, man. It's like we got all the money from that movie.
The game
fucking coming, man.
gave Shadow Dog a gun.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is.
It's hard.
It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but I didn't say it. I'm saving the game, so that means it's not been faulted. It's been outvoted by us. So thank God for that.
That was sweating there, man.
Sorry, fans.
Oh my God.
Live to see another day.
You know what? I knew you'd do that, Colin. Knew it.
Thank you for listening to the first episode of Vault 101 with us at Start Select. I've been Colin. We've had Adam, Nathan, Stephen, and Damien. GG's.
GG's.
GG's.